Now we'll take up the third question. Why current is different in different resistors were connected in parallel and it is same when connected in series? Okay. What is a resistance? Resistance is the opposition to the flow. Again, consider some example of a water flowing in a tube. Okay. Let us say water is flowing in a tube like this, from higher potential to lower potential, and the water tube is of a uniform cross sectional area. Okay. Now here, let us say water flowing is 5 kg per second, 5 liter per second. 1 liter is 1 kg, and that same water is flowing. It's a 5 kg per second. Water is flowing. It's a rushing past a tube. Okay. Now, if you will make the tube fat here, let us say, what will happen? See, here 5 kg per second is flowing, here 5 kg per second is flowing, water is not getting accumulated anywhere, so here also 5 kg per second only will flow, right? So only difference is, if you remember last year you had studied A1 V1 is equal to A2 V2, where V is the velocity or the speed of the flow of water and A is the area of a cross section. Now what will be the difference is, if here area of cross section is increased, then this area of cross section was less, here area of cross section is increased, then again area of cross section of the tube is decreased. So as the areas are changing, if area is decreasing, their velocity is increasing, fastly it will flow. If area is very small, fastly it will flow. If area is more, then velocity will decrease, because AV has to remain constant all the time. AV is equal to constant all the time, right? That means AV is what? Area multiplied by the velocity. Velocity is how much distance it is traveling per second. So it is volume per second. So volume per second, how much is flowing, is always constant only, irrespective of whatever is the area of cross section of the tube. You understand or not? So how much water is flowing per second? If volume flowing per second remains constant, the mass flowing per second also remains constant. So here also it is 5 kg per second only. Now see, if the tube area of cross section of the tube is narrow, it offers some kind of a resistance to the flow. The water flow is not at ease. And if the area of cross section is broadened, it nicely water can flow. That means the opposition to the flow is less, right? So if the area of a cross section will be changed, somewhere it will be very narrow, somewhere it will be fattened, somewhere it is very narrow, then what will change? The speed with which it is rushing through, that only will change, but the amount of water flowing per second will remain same only. You got it? Now bring the analogy to electric current. Electric current is what? Amount of charge flowing per second is electric current. Now let us say one conductor is there, it's having one resistance and it's having another bigger resistance, let us say, and it is flowing. Now current is what? Since it is charge divided by time, right? How much charge is flowing per second? How much charge is flowing here? Like if it is narrow, that means if resistance to the flow is more, or it's broad, resistance to the flow is less. In both the cases, same amount of charge, same amount of water is flowing. Here, if it is, let us say 1 ohm, it is let us say 10 ohm or 100 ohm. In both the cases, here resistance will be more, here resistance will be less, but the amount of charge flowing per second will remain same only. And that is the reason when resistances are connected in a series, same current is flowing, current remains constant. Now come to the second part of the question. It asks, if it is parallelly connected, why it differs? See, again you bring one conclusion from this only. Let us take one water column, it's flowing. Now we will take that example only. It's flowing at 5 kg per second rate. Now it will continue with that only 5 kg per second. But in between, you imagine that this tube is going like this. One side tube is very narrow, and this side is as compared to that, it's not that much narrow. Then what will happen? This 5 kg is coming now, which is very narrow. There are a lot of resistances faced. Let us say through this 1 kg water only is flowing, but through this let us say 4 kg water is flowing per second. So 1 kg per second is flowing here, 4 kg per second is flowing, but in both the cases this 4 kg plus 1 kg means adding together, and finally it's flowing 1 kg 5 kg per second only. Okay, this is very clear, very simple to understand. Now bring that analogy to parallel connection of a resistance. See, if one current is flowing here, now let us say that is one resistor is connected here, one resistor is connected here, and here some current is flowing. Now if we are taking some numbers, let us say we will take that only 5 ampere current is flowing, and where there is more resistance, let us say this is a heavy resistance, let us say this is how much we have taken, like that only we will take this one, let us say 1, this is 100 ohm, and this side is 1 ohm. Now how much current will flow in this direction? 5 divided by 1 plus 100 multiplied by 1. When you will do, that is the current through 100 ohm resistance. How much is that? 5 by 101 ohm. 5 by 101, sorry, 5 by 101 ampere. And this side it will be 5 by 101 multiplied by 100. So 100 multiplied by 5, it's how much? 500 divided by 101 ampere current will flow. And when you add these two, again this side becomes it's a 5 ampere current. The same current only will flow, but when those are connected in parallel, it is changing, just like water only. 5 kg per second only was flowing, it became 4 kg per second in this tube, and where resistance is more, it became 1 kg per second, so that together it will be maintained same. So this is analogous to this kind of distribution of current, right? So the third question is very clear to you now, I hope.